Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about the one voice AI API that basically supercharged the results of all my current clients, as well as Synthflow as well. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Kevin Campos. I basically have my own voice AI implementation agency, and I want to teach you guys some tips and tricks, obviously, of how to be able to enhance the performance of your current voice AI agency if you have one, or just get you down in the ropes, right? If you are currently learning about voice AI and want to implement voice AI for you, for your own company, or for other clients, whatever you want to do, right? So I'm going to teach you guys basically of this one voice AI API, which is called pass call identifiers, right? I basically call it memory. So in a sense, if you guys don't know what this is, memory for a voice AI is basically grabbing past conversations, right, from the voice AI itself that has had, like, for example, the voice AI, which I call an assistant, has had a conversation with a user in the past. A user being the candidate, the prospect, the person that you're calling with a voice AI, right? So when they both have a conversation, both of their words turn into transcriptions, which in a sense is a transcript of the call. That transcript is going to have their entire conversation of the call, and pretty much what I do with that transcript is I feed it into next calls, right? So what does this mean? I basically use a variable that will be the entire transcript of the call that the assistant as well as the user had, and then from that transcript I teach the voice AI inside the prompt how to use the past conversation that the user had with the assistant and make this current call more effective and more personalized to that. Now, how has this helped us supercharge our client results like exponentially? Well, the reason it's helped us is because every single time that we make a call, we can start off with a different greeting. Like, for example, if you had a past call, right? If I'm the assistant and I had a past call with a prospect that basically talked about the prospect not having time to talk at the moment because they were at their son's baseball game, right? In the next call, if I were talking, right, and I'm the assistant, I would go in and say something along the lines of, hey, Tommy, we couldn't talk last time because you were busy at your son's baseball game, but do you have a second to talk right now? You see how it's more personalized instead of having the same approach every single time with the voice AI. So this has basically allowed us to improve the efficiency and obviously the conversion rate of every single one of the projects that we've done in the campaigns, just because the user, basically the prospect, has a better time throughout the call and has more of a connection with the assistant. Now, obviously, I won't have enough time to teach you guys exactly how to make it here. However, I host webinars for Synthflow all the time, and I already made an entire webinar that you guys can watch in order for you to be able to learn how to implement this for yourself, right? The webinar is going to be linked down below, so just click on the link down below, and essentially you're going to be brought into the Synthflow Academy, which is where you're going to be able to see my event. Now, if you have a trial, if you have a plan inside of Synthflow, you'll be able to enter. If not, I would recommend you at least start a trial so that way you can get the event going, and you could use the link down below for that trial for 14 days free, so that way you have a trial period. Now, essentially, there's going to be way more things that you guys are going to be able to learn throughout the process, obviously, all the videos that I've made. However, this one API is going to change your results forever because we want voice AIs to learn from past conversations so that way their next conversations have way more of a developed and personalized sense, so that way the user has a better experience. Now, eventually, we're going to be able to feed in more than just one transcript, so that way it knows the entire lifespan, right, of the conversations between the assistant as well as the user. And this doesn't only include calls, right? It doesn't have to be only a call transcript. We've gone far beyond, and if the user has had any type of conversation with us, doesn't matter if it's from Instagram, Twitter, text messages, or email, we take all of these transcriptions and we include them all inside the prompt, which you can do yourself as well. And from that prompt, we can teach the voice AI, the assistant, how to use every single one of them and personalize it. Like, hey, we had a conversation via Instagram and we talked about this. Do you have a second to talk? Hey, we sent over an email. You said you were interested in booking a call. I'm just giving you a call about that, right? You can get very creative with this, but you want to make sure that when you do this, you try to include as many transcripts as you can, so that way you can improve the quality of the call overall. Now, I'll leave you guys with that. Now, if you guys have not joined my community, I would definitely recommend that you guys do so as well. My community basically has all of these guides, and I actually give you guys free snapshots of all the snapshots that I've made in the past of different builds and all that stuff. So I definitely recommend that you guys click the link down below to join the community. You guys are not going to regret that. And essentially, I'm going to be there to answer any of the questions that you guys may have. So with that being said, please subscribe down below. I'm going to be giving you guys way more content content like this, and I'm super excited about it. So I appreciate each and every single one of you, and I'll talk soon.